Hi, a very good afternoon to everyone. And hi, Woon. Good
Hi,
afternoon.
hi, good afternoon,
Thank you,
Grace.
thank you very much for making your day here with us today.
Thank you so much for the invitation. This is the second time with you, and happy to be
Yeah,
with you
this
again.
is yes. It's like after a year, just after a year. So still we are too much Zoom, and now we are going to focus the topic onto the children. And let me introduce Woon, our special guest. He is the optometrist and also founder of Vision Space Optometrist in SS2. So a lot of even myself and also a lot of my friends with young children will always bring our children to Woon because he handle them with care and you really know how to handle. I have three boys and they really like you and I can see they are so relaxed with you. So thanks
Yeah,
a lot to come over here and to share about children on Zoom. Yeah. So at this moment, perhaps we send some messages to our friends to remind that we are on live now. Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna send out now to all my friends and mummies. Mainly share to friends that have mummies and children. So it's exciting to talk about this topic because this is one of our hot topic among all the mothers and also mothers, fathers. I don't know lah. I have to ask this question.
Right.
I think yeah, it is really a hot topic among the mothers because
The
children
fathers, the fathers also.
nowadays, hopefully, mostly it's the mothers lah because nowadays everything that we plan for our children has moved online. Like my boy, even he learned his piano also online, art class also online, daytime morning class also online, afternoon tuition also online. Wow, zoom zoom
Yeah,
zoom, not boom boom boom. Yeah.
some,
So
sometimes it's just amazing, things that move so much online.
yeah. So that is what is best that we can do at the moment. So not much to complain, but I think most important is we still have to know how to take good care of our own eyes and also help our children eye especially because I actually realize the more they been online, they will keep on going near to the screen. So I have come across that you have to do a lot of sharings onto um, how to reduce the risk, and I really wish that we bring up this topic over here to benefit to our clients.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I think I suppose
before
also the other things a lot of people are asking also about negative ions and so on. So can negative ions play a role in also in our eye health and so on. I
yeah,
think a lot of
yeah.
viewers would like to know as well.
Yes, so we have actually accumulated a lot of questions from the floor. So we have picked three hot questions to be answered by Woon and also three questions to be related to natural eye care. So we are going to answer the questions later on here. So stay with us so you can have more knowledge, and if you have any questions, you are free to ask us in the comment. And we, if time allowed, we will pick answer the questions and answer you right away. So before we go any further, let us have a questions to everyone, ice-breaking questions. Okay, so number one, the first questions. When pandemic ends and it is safe enough, would you prefer oh, is- would you prefer to work from home or back to office or hybrid? Yeah. So these questions perhaps let me ask Woon first. For our audience, you may also type in your answer so we know what is your answer. Yep, Woon.
I think for myself, a hybrid would be preferred because I mean for me is of course if I have to attend to my customers or patient, then I would have to see them face to face. But of course, then the other things, for example, like meetings or discussions and so on with other people, conferences and so on can be done hybrid from home. So I think I would enjoy a hybrid form. Yeah, I think because hybrid saves time, saves time from traveling, and everyone don't have to travel, and then we can meet and discuss things and make decisions very very fast. But of course, seeing customers, seeing my fellow colleagues, doing training and so on, this can only be done physically. But I think friends
That
also,
is
I think I miss seeing my friends physically, having yum cha, chit chat, and so on. What about you,
that's so
Grace?
true. That's so true. Before I answer you these questions, we have Nikki and Patricia Chua over here. So hi. Yeah. So on to these questions. If you hi Jermaine as well. Yeah. So we have these questions. You feel free to answer us. Also, we wish to hear from you. So after this long lockdown and this serious pandemic, when it is safe again, would you prefer to work from home, back to work, or hybrid? To be very honest, I would also leverage on the both skills, as in being able to Zoom and meet clients, even for business partner that is from different places. It will save time on traveling as well. So I think that is something I really like during this time. Of course, similar like you, I really miss the time that we have together, meeting up, the warmness of the environment, the laughter, the joy that we can have together. So I do miss that a lot as well. So perhaps the next thing I would do is more on time management, on how to manage, to time to go out and meet people and time to have meeting from home. Yeah, that is for myself. Hybrid for us, yeah.
Yeah,
So it also says that for her it's also hybrid, yes. So I think this season of time it really brush up our skills onto this area, as in to how to manage on meetings and clients. And those days to me is also a rejection to Zoom. I still prefer physical, but now I think be open about it. There is a lot of benefits as well. Yeah.
I think especially for my association wise, you can gather people
Mhm.
from Malacca, from Penang,
Yes.
from Sarawak, and we can meet online.
Yes.
But of course,
Yes.
once in a while, we would like to meet each other, lah.
Yeah.
One
That's
to
so true.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. So here comes to second questions for parents. Yeah. So once it is safe enough, would you prefer your children to study online, hybrid, or fully back to school? So Woon, what's your say? I know you have a kaijai godson, right?
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't have children, but I've got children. And
Uh-huh.
funny enough is one of my godson prefers not to go to school. He prefers not to go to school. He prefers to stay at home. Sometimes it's like maybe mommy's boy or maybe at home. Don't have to wake up so early to go to school. Straight away can go to school and then straight away come back and more time to play online games and so on. Maybe that's the reason why he doesn't want to go to school. But he enjoys his friends as well. But maybe Jermaine, I think maybe half alternate days may be a good idea. So yeah. What about you? What about you, Grace? Wait. I'm gonna ask. Number one is what is your opinion, and what the second thing is what is your children's opinion, because it may be different,
Yeah, yeah, I believe it would be so much different. To be very
Why did
honest,
they? Yeah,
I
he rejected.
Hi, Nikki. Yeah, so our questions about our children, whether to be online. To be honest, first reaction, I would like them to be fully back to school because then I'll have my freedom. But when we really think about it, I think hybrid also it can be done. So if it is hybrid, then perhaps we plan our time and how to work it together. Because with that itself, also the other half why I would answer as hybrid is because for our children as well, we hear more from them, and then like our children, if they are back to school, at least we also can focus during that time or hours for us to meet people that we want to meet physically, and then when they are back from home and if they learn online, then we also do our business online or meeting online, then we have more time to see them, a lot of children growing up not seeing their parents because the parents are too busy. Yeah. So perhaps I think maybe education wise also it will move on to hybrid. Yeah. How
Yeah.
about our friends here? Yeah, so we have Nikki. Nikki answer is prefer hybrid. Yeah, I think that would be a new norm. So things is not going to be the same again after this pandemic. Sarah, we have Sarah here as well. Sarah,
Hi,
what's
Sarah.
your answer after this pandemic? These questions, whether you would prefer your children fully go online, hybrid, or back to school? Okay. So before we wait for
Yes.
them to answer other questions, yeah, half half. Dreaming is also saying half half. Yeah, alternate days. So it's more on planning onto our time and schedule and the days to be out physical or online. Aziza, Aziza is with us as well. Hi Aziza, welcome
Hello.
on board with us. Yeah. Okay, so no further ado, let us go to our answering questions on the top three questions that our friends that have been asking us. So first questions that goes to Woon would be, how many hours can the kid be on screen, and if it is too long, how? What is the solution? Yeah, Woon, over to you.
Okay. I think the international standard for the number of hours for kids on screen, I think in today's world can never be met anymore. The reason is because I don't think it will be able to be met anywhere in the world. Because the World Health Organization, together with the American Academy of Pediatricians, they actually recommend for children under 2 years old. Okay, children under 2 years old can I think can control Children under 2 years old, no screen time at all. As much if possible, no screen time at all. Then 3 to 5 years old, less than 1 hour. 3 to 5 years old maybe still can control if they're not in school and so on. But the minute 6 to 10, 1 to 1.5 hours. 11 to 13, 2 hours per day. Can man? Can never
Cannot
be met. Yeah,
Mission
no way.
impossible.
But I suppose below 5 years old, possible lah. I think anything once you start school or kindergarten and so on is going to be so difficult to control this. So how? That's the one part that we can't control. I think the other thing is to balance it off. Okay, balance it off, like for example, like we're talking about, take frequent breaks from the screen. So that means I think one of the rule is 20-20-20 rules. It means from every 20 minutes, stare far away for 20 seconds. Far away means 20 feet. So see far as much as possible to counteract the time spent on Zoom. And when it's safe enough, please go outdoors, because the sun has been exposure to sunlight has been shown to slow down short-sightedness. But the other things that we can do is your classes online, the screen must be as far away as possible, as far as away as possible. So push the screen further away, or maybe get a desktop screen instead of a laptop. Or even better, if you have a TV projected on a TV, then as far away as possible. So we can only adapt this way. We can never change, our time. No way we can meet our time. So we have one question for you, Grace. I think we're talking about negative ions, and I think a lot of people like to know negative ion and kids. How can negative ion help kids? Is it safe? And why?
Okay. Yeah, this is one of the first questions I ask as well when I start using negative ions clothing. So, negative ion clothing is very, very safe for children. The reason is because negative ions, there is a lot of negative ion in nature, like waterfall and forest. So it's just a very basic question. Is it safe to bring children to forest and waterfall area? So yes, it is safe. And also our products itself has their um, all the certificates that have assured that it is safe for pregnancy, for infant, and also for children. So yes, it is very safe for children. Yeah. So perhaps let me see if there's any questions from the floor. If you have any questions, do feel free to ask. Jeremy is saying that his boy has classes for 6 hours in total. Yes, Jeremy, I feel you. My eldest son has more than 8 hours if he have night tuition. So yeah, it's quite worrying. And thanks to Woon onto the reflection on 20-20-20 rules. That means on screen 20, and then look around the surrounding, look
Yeah,
into
20
the
feet away.
yeah,
So
20 feet
20, 20,
away.
20 is 20 feet away for at least 20 seconds.
Yeah, and 20 seconds. 20 seconds. 20 minutes, 20 seconds. Okay.
Yeah, 20, 20, 20, 20 feet.
Yeah, so I always tell my boy because they are always near to the computer. I will tell them one arm length away from their computer at least. But their arm very short, right? So they'll have to touch
Yeah.
the base of the laptop one arm length. Yeah,
So I
yeah,
know that one of the recently I met one of the parent. So what happens is in school, no choice, have to work online. But other than that, they don't allow the children to play mobile games. That means
yes.
only on the weekends, on Sunday, they only allow 1 hour mobile games or 2 hours mobile games. That's it. The rest, no mobile games at all. So I mean, probably that you would have to limit it on that.
That is very good, and I feel I have to pat myself as well because for my boys, I actually reduce a lot of their screen time. And just now you mentioned under 2 years old, it's best not to have too much screen time. So yeah, we actually practice that, especially on the second boy and the third boy. So good to know that. But nowadays it's different because their classes are all online. So thanks a lot for the tips. And yeah, Woon, so how about for children? Like, I heard a lot of parents that have been saying my children's short-sighted have increased so fast. Is there a way to control and slow it down? I mean, despite of what they have to do, do you have an advice?
Yeah. So I think during this pandemic, a lot of parents has been coming to us with their children. Children that we have tested just before MCO was zero in power, but during MCO that time when they safe it up, the parents bring the children. They are wearing glasses now, and the most recent one was the one that I saw yesterday. Before this MCO was zero, now it's 200 really in terms of short-sightedness.
200. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
200 within within 2 years is quite a fast jump, and then for some of them within 6 months it's going up. So previously, if you ask us about 15 to 20 years ago, no one can tell you if you short-sightedness just change the specs only long. There's no way to slow down the short-sightedness. But nowadays, studies have shown that I think in terms of lifestyle, that if the children are out in the sun, it actually slows down the short-sightedness. So that's why, yeah. So that's why, if possible, go out to the park or go anywhere as long as you get hit by the sun. But I know nowadays the children are not vaccinated yet, so the parents feel concerned. So maybe the best we can do now is maybe go to if you're staying in a landed property, maybe just go out to your garden for a short while. Or if you're staying in a condo that has a balcony, maybe hang around in the balcony. Or if you don't have a balcony also, then maybe you might need to be near the window, and then when the sun comes in through the window, you might want to be hit by the sun. I think secondly is the 2020 rule. Yep. And then otherwise now they are actually spectacle lenses, special ones that slow down short-sightedness. Not your regular short-sightedness, but these are special glasses that can slow down short-sightedness. You can ask actually from your nearest optometrist. The second and third way is actually contact lenses. They are new contact lenses that slow down short-sightedness. These are not your regular contact lenses. One of the contact lenses is a contact lens that you sleep with. You sleep with these special contact lenses, and it creates a new surface, and this new surface slows down short-sightedness. And on top of that, the kit can actually function one whole day with clear vision without glasses. So this is another way. Lastly is eye drops. There are special eye drops which is prescribed by the eye doctors to slow down short-sightedness. So all these options were not available about 20 years ago, but now it's available. So if you have a kid 20 years ago, no option now, it's just change glasses only. But now at least you have an option. You have options to slow down short-sightedness for kids now. So go to your regular optometrist and ask them, hey, I heard about this. Can you tell me more? So I think it's available now. Yeah.
Mm.
Now, what about Grace? What about negative ions and eyes in particular? Can it help eyes? Can it relax the eyes and so on? Do you know anything about that?
Okay, whether negative ion can relax kids' eyes and also help them on this area. Of course, like talking back about what you just shared just now, I think that is also very important. And then you are saying about going into the sunlight, it's more morning sun, right? Morning or evening sun. I think the basic um, healthcare is still important for the children because it's still in the nature. And of course, worst come to worst, if they are wearing specs, then perhaps invest a good spec for them because it helps them to reduce further harm. They are still so young. There's a long way to go with screen, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So coming back on negative ion, whether it helps to relax their eyes, yes, because negative ions itself, there is forming function. Number one, it does help to regulate our autonomic nerve system, and the main thing is also to help on cell rejuvenation. That's why for my children, I actually every night make sure that they wear a wool head on top of their head and also to cover up their eyes, at least to help them to discharge the regulation and to regular back the damage lah. So to reduce the harm, yeah. So it helps to relax the eyes. For myself, I actually wear the eye mask, so also to help to relax the eyes as well. So yes, it helps in a natural way, and all we need to do is just to wear the eye mask to sleep. It's like a sleep mask. Yeah. So that is for children, and it's very safe for them. Yeah. So that is on to negative ions, and what about for children? Let's say about the eyewear. So, what are the special eyewear that you have for children? I know that you actually have like a few range and even the sports type and the bendable or something like that. So, yeah, what is special for children for them that have a long hours screen time?
So I think we first thing is we talked about the eyewear in terms of the frame. In terms of the frame first. Eyewear in terms of the frame, we have to get very durable glasses for the kids. Children tends to be maybe don't take care of the glasses as much. So sometimes we don't want any injury to happen to the kids, if the frame breaks, or and so on. So then the second thing would be to be made of hypoallergenic materials. There are many types of glasses that specifically made for kids and even made for babies as well. So they are glasses for babies. The materials that they use are safe for babies, safe for them to bite it. Sometimes they like to bite their glasses and so on. So they are made of materials that the babies use for other things. The things that they really like to bite and so on. So they are probably using this material for the spectacle glasses as well. In terms of durability, some of the glasses do not have any screws, any hinge, so that the kids can pull them and they come back into place. So those are very good spectacles. And then the other thing is like some of the glasses stay. Some of the kids like to jump and all these things. So the glasses stay in place as well. We also have glasses that are for sports. Now, sports glasses are the frames are very tough, and if the ball should hit their glasses, it won't break, and so on. So there are many glasses that's just focused specifically for children. So that's just the frame. Then the second thing we talk about is the lenses. The lenses of the glasses. Children glasses, spectacle lenses, there are some that are made of a very tough material. So they are made of polycarbonate or Trivex. That basically means that if something should hit them, the lenses won't shatter. Normal plastic glasses, if something should hit it, it can crack and shatter. Nobody uses glass nowadays. Very few people use glass, and definitely not for children. But for adults, sometimes some of our glasses are not so shatterproof. But for children, it's good to be very tough lenses. Then next comes sunglasses. A lot of parents forget to get sunglasses for their children. A lot of parents don't get sunglasses for children. So
do you mean there's a good sunglasses also?
It would be good to get some form of sunglasses and make sure they have UV protection. It doesn't have to be very expensive, but make sure that the sunglasses has UV protection, because I think all of us know about cataract. Cataract is a it's a condition where inside of your eye is not so clear and you need to do surgery and so on. But did you know that it's because one of the factors is exposure to UV, and exposure to UV happens from young also, so you need to protect it right from young. So there are sunglasses for babies, sunglasses for children. So in as much as we have sunglasses for adults, so remember to have sunglasses for children as well. Then we talked about the spectacle lenses. Like I said just now, they are special spectacle lenses to slow down short-sightedness. To check them out. Then after that is in terms of the coating. So coating, most glasses will have UV coating, and that's important. UV coating protects the eyes from cataract and from UV protection. So it's actually very hard to get a pair of glasses without UV protection nowadays. I think there are also glasses that can turn dark in the sun. Those are optional. But I think one of the glasses that everyone is talking about is the blue filter glasses. I think I've been asked a lot on this, and a lot of parents want to get blue filter glasses for their children because they work a lot on computers. Now, the key thing about blue filter glasses is that the main source of blue light is actually from the sun. The main source of blue light is actually from the sun. And whatever we encounter from computer, from phones, from TV, from UV, or normal lights, is not enough to damage the eyes. So normal blue light from your digital devices will not damage the eyes. However, if you do get the blue light filter, there's nothing wrong as well. What it does is actually helps to prevent eye strain a little bit, as well as if one of the things is that blue light actually helps us to stay active. Whenever there is a sun, we feel more active. This is why if you go to places like UK, Australia, when it's summer, when it's winter, autumn, there's not much sun. When there's not much sun, you feel sleepy, ma. But when there's sun, that's why they have summer, all of them are very active. But I think in Malaysia, all the time we have sun. That's why all the time we are active. So blue light causes us to be active. So therefore, when we look at a lot of phones, a lot of digital devices, it causes us to be active as well. So blue filter actually helps to filter some of this blue light, so to help us not to be so active. So parents, if you have children, at night also don't want to sleep, then perhaps it may be a good idea to put them on these glasses to help them sleep a bit better. Yeah, so I think this is about the eyewear for kids. Yep.
Wow,
Right.
wow,
So
wow. There's a lot of good information just by the eyewear itself, not only the frame material, and then like just now you said that is hold on because children they are very active, right? And I wasn't grow up with glasses, so like I heard a lot from Damon, my husband. He said he grew up with glasses, and many times when he plays sports, it is actually quite bad. He actually got a cut from the eyewear. So yeah, I mean it's so important that nowadays that we have such a good frame for the children. So is it for children? Is also anti scratch?
So there will be scratch resistant coatings.
Mm.
Scratch resistant coatings. And nowadays they have other things like enable it not to fog up so easily, glare coatings, and so
Mm.
on. There are more coatings available nowadays.
Mm.
I see
Yeah, so
Sharon is in
that's
as well. Hi Sharon.
yeah. Sharon is here. Jessica is with us also. Jessica
Oh, hey, hi
have a Nano
Jessica.
switch shop
Oh, thank you
under
very
monitor
much.
stage. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
thank
good.
you for coming
So
to
Jessica, I
me.
visited you, right? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
So
that's a
next
very
question
good
we have,
knowledge.
uh,
Hmm.
how to maintain, right? How to maintain the eyesight with negative ions. Is there such a thing?
How to maintain eyesight? Yes, it does help. I actually have quite a lot of feedback from my clients, mommy clients, that they say since they wear the new head, this is how it looks like, this new head. So since the children wear to sleep, right, and cover their eyes, they have results of checking their eyesight, and the eyesight has reduces. So this makes me even happier to share more with our friends, because previously it's like more to adult eye masks that help their eyesight. So now even for children also it helps. So that's why nowadays for me I will always make sure that now every one of you when you sleep you make sure you wear. If they don't fall asleep with it, I will just put it on for them because it's too long hours. It's like 4 hours, 6 hours, even 8 hours without gaming. If we game, how?
Mm,
Right? Yeah. So one of the easy way lah for us as a parents, and especially quite busy. This is quite easy for them to just put on, because there's also some other ways like eye drop and the rest. But eye drop we have to keep on dropping for them. Also, children are still so young, isn't it? So yeah, so for us, a lot of mummies has been using this negative iron hat to wear on and cover the eyes. Covering the head also it helps to recharge because when we are on the screen, there's a lot of radiation. So at least to discharge the children from this radiation and balance them with the ions, and their learning capability also helps to increase by wearing the head itself. Yeah. So yes, this is
yes.
from the negative ion side.
So the everyone is talking about, maybe Grace, you can enlighten us about, a lot of people talking about free radicals, right? Free radical things. Is free radicals positive or negative? Really, as I can't remember.
Okay. What is free radical? Basically, free radical itself is a missing ions, missing negative ions on the cell. So
Oh,
every cell of our body, each and every cell are surrounded with negative charge around the
okay.
cell. When every cell are negatively charged, is a normal cell and it can function properly. So when there is a missing of negative charge ions or negative charge around the cell, then the cell become disabled or maybe not functioning properly. So how does negative ions help? Is because when you're wearing a clothing on our skin at wherever it is, so the negative ions and the negative charge electron will transfer into our body and it will fill up onto all the cells that is missing of these ions or these negative electrons. So when it is filled up, then this cell become healthy again. So this is how it function and this is how it helps us. So onto eyes, on our body, it actually helps to rejuvenate cell and then it actually helps to reverse back to the stable status of the cell. Yeah. So this is
Yeah, that's
how it
very
works.
good. That's very, very good sharing, Grace. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because we know when we study science, when we have a lot of free radicals, it's not good.
Yes, yes.
Uh, yeah.
So most of the time, now the free radicals condition is more and more is because a lot of time we actually stay at home and or in indoor. And when we are in indoor, we have so many gadgets, electronic devices around us, like aircon, even TV, computer, and wherever we go, like here, you see so many plug already. So all these are radiation. So when these radiations is around our house, it is all positively charged, and that actually cause us have a lot of free radical issues nowadays. Yeah, yeah.
That's why
So this is
they
more
always
of
say
fun.
about don't. That's why they talk about don't stay near those electrical pylons, or
Ah,
near those electrical towers and so on.
yeah, yeah,
Stay
yeah.
quite far
That's
away.
true. Don't buy houses around there also. Yes, 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 yes. Very true. Yes.
So no choice lah.
So
If you want to
over here,
stay, yeah. So no choice lah. If you want to stay in urban area, you must get negative ion clothing. Yeah.
this is a simple way lah. Technology that helps you to surround yourself with forest environment. So yeah, this is a technology. Well, coming back to our audience with us. So if you have any questions, you can actually write down here and we will answer your questions. Or else we are going to end our live soon in 2 minutes time. 2 minutes time. Yeah. So let's see that who else is here with us. Jessica is still here with us, right? So Woon, during this pandemic, do you still goes to office or is it also fully work from home?
So so this year, the most recent one we were closed. We were closed from 3rd of July to 16th of July. 17th of July onwards, we are open already. So we are open already, and we do give issue letters for our customers to travel if they need to cross district. So far, they've been able to cross district if they need to travel. Yeah. But we do by appointment, so that we can control the crowd coming in to make it safe for everyone.
So yeah, Jermaine is asking about your contact. I will pass Jermaine your contact, and
Sure, thank
if
you very
there's an
much.
appointment, it's better to call you up or actually go online.
You can you can pass to Jermaine our my contact number. I think I can contact her and we can set an appointment.
Yeah, if you like to visit, actually this is Woon's website, and also if you want a contact number later, we will message you as well. So Jeremy, we will message you the contact number. So Woon has handled a lot of very good at children. I can witness that because my 3 boys are very active and some of them are very shy but active. So I can see that they can mingle around easily with Woon. So yeah, it's always in your good hand. So that's very, very
Maybe
good.
we love them. We want to make the visit enjoyable for them. Otherwise they get so bored.
Yeah, I can see that my boys are so happy to be there.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
Jermaine. Yeah, Grace does speak highly of me. Yes, I'm very grateful to her.
Yes. Yes, like my church member also that day text me because saw our picture in my Facebook. So he said, yeah, you've been serving church members very well as well. He said, yeah, previously the kids also, a lot of them bring them to you. Not only kids, elderly, and also we will have another topic perhaps with elderly, right, for eyesight as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, we
Yeah.
can do that.
So yeah. So, okay. So now it's already 40 minutes. Ngam on the dot. So we shall end our day today. And thank you so much to all our audience that is here with us. I hope this is fruitful for you. And to get to know more, if you need an eye check for your children, please do visit to Woon Center in SS2. And till then, we are going to end here. And thank you, Woon, for coming on board to answer the questions together over here.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you so much, Grace. And so for all your negative ion clothing needs, please go to Grace and Grace alone.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So thank you very much. Have a good weekend. Thank you. Bye bye.